Have you ever found yourself wondering if the relationships in your life, whether with family, friends, or romantic partners, are truly serving your best interests? Sometimes the toughest decisions involve the people closest to us, those with whom we've shared laughter, tears, and pivotal moments. Yet, what if these same relationships are the ones holding you back from reaching your full potential? Picture this. You're standing at a crossroads, the path split in multiple directions, each leading to unknown destinations. On one side, familiar faces and places beckon, comfortable yet oddly confining. On the other, new horizons shimmer with the promise of growth and self-discovery. But the journey is solitary, daunting. This metaphor captures the essence of our discussion today. When is it time to bravely walk away from relationships that no longer contribute positively to our journey? We'll explore the 11 signs that it might be time to reevaluate and, perhaps, end certain relationships in your life. Each sign is a stepping stone to understanding not just when, but why it may be necessary to let go, to make room for personal growth and healthier connections. And I encourage you to engage with us. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Have you faced similar crossroads? What choices did you make? And what wisdom can you share? Hit that subscribe button. Share this video with someone who might be at their own crossroads. And don't forget to like and follow us for more insightful content. Let's embark on this journey together, equipped with knowledge and courage, ready to choose paths that lead to a more fulfilling life. Sign 1. Unmet emotional needs. Imagine feeling consistently unheard or emotionally unsupported in a relationship, like speaking into a void where your voice echoes back unanswered. This is a stark reality for many who find their emotional needs consistently unmet. Relationships at their core should be nurturing arenas where emotional exchanges promote mutual growth and understanding. When these needs are unmet, it can feel like living in an emotional desert, barren of the empathy and connection vital for any relationship to thrive. The impact of unmet emotional needs is profound. Psychologists highlight that such an environment can lead to feelings of loneliness, lowered self-esteem, and even depression. Consider a visual analogy of a plant trying to survive in arid soil, symbolizing how a lack of emotional support stunts growth and vitality. This image might resonate deeply, reflecting the parched landscapes of neglected emotional terrains. Now, let's turn this into a moment of reflection. Think about your own relationships. Are there times when you feel your emotional needs are being ignored? How does it affect your day-to-day emotional climate? Sharing your experiences could shed light on common patterns and solutions. As we wrap up this segment, remember that recognizing these signs is the first step towards cultivating healthier relationships. What's next might surprise you. In our following segment, we'll explore the draining effects of one-sided relationships and how they can leave you feeling more depleted than enriched. Stay tuned, and don't forget to engage with us in the comments below. Have you ever found yourself in this emotional desert? How did you navigate your way out? Sign 2. The burden of a one-sided relationship. Have you ever found yourself the sole architect of a relationship where every bridge built was by your hands alone? This feeling of imbalance can be not only exhausting, but deeply unsatisfying. It brings us to our second sign, that it may be time to reevaluate your relationships. You are the only one making an effort. Imagine a scenario where one friend is always the planner, the initiator, the one who reaches out and keeps the ties from unraveling. It's like rowing a boat alone, effortful and tiring, with the boat often going in circles rather than moving forward. This imbalance can lead to resentment, a key ingredient for unhappiness in any relationship. To visualize this, think of an animation depicting a seesaw with one side heavily weighed down, while the other floats aimlessly in the air. This image powerfully symbolizes the lack of reciprocity, a fundamental element for any healthy relationship. Now, consider your own relationships. Are you always the one sending the first text or planning meetups? How does this make you feel? Reflect on this and share your thoughts below. Could this imbalance be telling you something crucial about the value and health of these connections? As we close this section, it's important to remember that relationships are a two-way street, requiring effort from both sides to truly thrive. Up next, we will delve into how feeling consistently drained after interactions with someone can also be a major red flag. Stay tuned and think about this. Is the effort you're putting into your relationships being reciprocated? Sign 3. Consistently feeling drained. Have you ever left a meeting or a hangout feeling more exhausted than when you arrived, as though all your energy had been siphoned away? This feeling, my friends, is our third sign to watch for, consistently feeling drained after spending time with someone. It's like each interaction is a debit from your emotional bank account, leaving you overdrawn and depleted. Imagine this. Every time you meet a particular friend or family member, instead of feeling uplifted, you come away feeling as if you've run a marathon without the exhilaration of the finish line. This isn't just about physical tiredness. It's emotional and mental exhaustion, which can have profound effects on your overall well-being. To bring this point home, envision a visual of a battery icon, slowly draining from full to empty over the course of a day spent with this person. This powerful imagery can help illustrate the toll that such relationships take on your energy levels. Now, I'd like you to think about your own interactions. Do you recognize this pattern in any of your current relationships? How do you handle these situations? Do you confront the issue, or do you find yourself trying to avoid that person? Dive into the comments section and share your strategies or struggles with handling these energy-draining encounters. As we wrap up this segment, consider the impact that such relationships might have on your life if they remain unchecked. Coming up next, we will explore another crucial sign: the absence of mutual respect in your interactions. Stay tuned and prepare to reflect on how respect, or the lack thereof, shapes your relationships. Sign 4. Absence of mutual respect. Picture this. You're in the middle of sharing something important to you, a dream, a fear, or even just how your day went, and the person you're talking to dismisses you with a wave of their hand or a condescending smirk. This lack of mutual respect can sting deeply, and it's our next critical sign that a relationship may need re-evaluation. Mutual respect is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. It's the soil from which trust grows, and without it, relationships can't flourish. Think of a time when someone respected your opinions and feelings. It likely made you feel valued and understood. Now contrast that with a time when someone did not. The difference isn't just in your feelings, but in the very dynamics of those relationships. To illustrate this point visually, imagine a scale with two weights. On one side, place respect, and on the other, disregard. This balance, or imbalance, dramatically influences the health of any relationship. Now, let's make this interactive. Reflect on your current relationships. Can you think of instances where you felt disrespected? How did you respond, and what was the outcome? Share your experiences in the comments below. These stories help all of us learn and grow from each other's experiences. As we conclude this discussion, remember that recognizing the absence of respect is not just about identifying what hurts us, but about understanding what we truly deserve in relationships. Looking ahead, get ready for a deep dive into the next sign, when your boundaries are consistently ignored. This exploration will help us understand why setting and respecting boundaries is crucial for the sustainability of any relationship. Sign 5. Disregard for boundaries. Have you ever expressed a clear boundary to someone, only to have it disregarded as if you'd said nothing at all? This stark violation is our next sign, and a crucial one: consistent disregard for your boundaries. Boundaries are the personal lines we draw to protect our peace and well-being. When they are ignored, it's not just an annoyance, it's a signal that something deeper is wrong in the relationship. Consider the feeling of having your personal space invaded. It's uncomfortable, isn't it? Now, imagine that feeling metaphorically applied to your emotional and psychological spaces. For instance, think of a time when you planned a quiet evening alone to recharge, but a friend or family member insisted on making plans, dismissing your expressed need for solitude. This is not just inconsiderate, it's disrespectful. To illustrate this visually, picture a garden with a clear fence around it, representing your boundaries. Now, visualize someone repeatedly stepping over that fence, trampling the flowers without regard. This image helps convey the destructiveness of boundary violations. Now, let's engage more deeply with this topic. Reflect on your own relationships. Are there boundaries you've set that are being ignored? How does this affect your feelings toward the person or the relationship overall? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. This interaction can provide support and insight, not only for you, but for other viewers as well. As we conclude this segment, consider the cumulative impact of such disregards on your well-being and relationships. Up next, we will explore the emotionally draining aspect of hidden dynamics, when you start hiding things from them because of fear of judgment. Stay tuned and remember, recognizing these signs is the first step towards healthier relationships. Sign 6. Fear of judgment and hidden truths. Have you ever found yourself concealing aspects of your life from someone close to you, not out of privacy, but out of fear of their judgment? This scenario signals our next crucial sign: hiding things due to fear of judgment. When we feel we cannot be our true selves around someone, it's indicative of a deeper dysfunction in the relationship. Let's delve into a common yet unsettling situation. Imagine you've started a new hobby, something you're genuinely excited about, but you hesitate to share it with a particular friend or family member because you fear they'll mock or belittle your interest. This dynamic is not only sad, but fundamentally unhealthy. It undermines the authenticity and openness that should characterize any meaningful relationship. To visualize this, picture a masked ball where everyone is wearing elaborate masks, not just for festivity, but to hide their true identities. This analogy reflects the emotional masquerade that occurs when we hide our true selves. Each mask represents a hidden aspect of our lives, kept concealed to avoid judgment. Now, consider your relationships. Are there parts of your life you hide from certain people? What holds you back from sharing? Engage with us in the comments below, discussing the impact of such dynamics on your relationships and personal growth. As we wrap up this segment, it's essential to reflect on the toll that hiding and fear of judgment take on our psychological well-being and relationship health. Looking forward, our next discussion will center on the feelings of worthlessness that can emerge in toxic relationships. Stay tuned and think about this. How different would your relationships be if you felt free to share all aspects of your life without fear of judgment? Sign 7. Feeling worthless in their presence. Imagine constantly walking away from interactions with a friend or family member, feeling smaller, less confident, or unworthy. This emotional toll is a significant sign that a relationship may be harmful. Feeling worthless after spending time with someone is not just damaging. It's a stark indicator that the relationship is skewed towards negativity and possibly abuse. Let's delve into a scenario that might be painfully familiar to some. You share your achievements or dreams with someone close, only to have them belittled or dismissed. Instead of feeling uplifted, you end up questioning your own value and accomplishments. This dynamic can deeply affect your self-esteem and overall mental health. Visualize a scenario where every compliment is backhanded and every achievement is met with skepticism or sarcasm. This could be depicted with a visual metaphor of a person shrinking in size each time they interact with another, symbolizing the diminishing sense of self-worth they experience. Now, let's turn this into a conversation. Reflect on whether you've ever felt diminished or undervalued in any of your relationships. How did you respond to these feelings, and what steps did you take to address this issue? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your stories can offer insights and encouragement to others facing similar challenges. As we conclude this segment, think about the impact of such relationships on your journey towards personal growth and happiness. Coming up next, we'll explore the issue of fair-weather friends, those who are only around during the good times. Stay tuned and consider this. How might your relationships change if you felt valued and respected by everyone in your circle? Sign 8. Fair-weather friends. Can you recall a time when a friend was conspicuously absent during your hour of need, yet remarkably present when all was well? This pattern is the hallmark of a fair-weather friend, a relationship that flourishes only under favorable conditions. Such relationships lack the depth and resilience true friendships require to withstand life's ebb and flow. Imagine you're navigating one of life's storms, be it personal loss, professional setbacks, or emotional turmoil, and the friends you count on vanish, only to reappear when the skies clear. This scenario is not just disappointing, but deeply telling. It reflects a superficial connection that fails to provide the support and solidarity essential during tough times. Visualize this concept with an image of a tree that stands robust and lush in sunlight, but withers under stormy skies, symbolizing friends who cannot weather the storms of life with you. This visual can powerfully illustrate the transient nature of such friendships. Let's make this interactive. Reflect on your circle of friends. Have you experienced such fair-weather tendencies in your relationships? How have you managed these situations? Engage in the comments below and share your approach or seek advice from fellow viewers. Your insights could provide guidance and reassurance to someone facing similar challenges. As we conclude this segment, consider the impact of these seasonal friendships on your emotional well-being. Next, we will explore the destructive pattern of competitive friendships, where one-upmanship replaces genuine support. Stay tuned and think about this. What qualities do you value most in your friendships, and how do they stand up in tough times? Sign 9. The competitive friendship. Ever found yourself in a friendship where every achievement you share seems to spark a competitive counter from your friend? This need to constantly one-up can turn camaraderie into rivalry, marking our next sign of an unhealthy relationship dynamic: competitive friendships. Imagine celebrating a personal success, perhaps a promotion or completing a marathon, only to have your friend immediately highlight their own achievements, overshadowing yours. This scenario isn't just uncomfortable, it's a red flag indicating that the relationship might be more about competition than support. To illustrate this point visually, picture a racetrack where two friends are running not side by side, but against each other, striving to outpace the other. This image vividly captures the essence of a competitive friendship, where the focus shifts from mutual support to a relentless contest. Now, let's engage directly with this topic. Think about your friendships. Do you feel like you're in a constant competition? How does this affect your feelings towards your friend and the overall health of the relationship? Dive into the comments section below and share your experiences or seek advice on navigating these competitive waters. As we wrap up this discussion, reflect on the underlying causes of competitiveness in friendships and consider whether these relationships are enhancing your life or if they're draining your emotional reserves. Up next, we'll explore the troubling sign of jealousy and possessiveness in relationships. Stay tuned and ponder this. How might your friendships improve if they were free from the shadow of competition? Sign 10. Jealousy and possessiveness. Have you ever felt trapped in a friendship or relationship where your every interaction with others is met with jealousy or possessiveness? This toxic dynamic is our next significant sign of an unhealthy relationship. Picture this. You're excited about a new friendship or opportunity, but the moment you share this news with a close friend or partner, the atmosphere shifts. Instead of joy, there's tension. Instead of support, there's skepticism. They question your intentions, your loyalty, or even accuse you of neglecting them. This reaction not only dampens your spirit, but also cages your social freedom. Visualize a scene where a person is literally on a leash, trying to reach out to others, but is pulled back every time they try to step forward. This graphic illustration can powerfully convey the stifling effect of jealousy and possessiveness in relationships. Now, let's engage with this topic more personally. Reflect on your own experiences. Have you been in relationships where jealousy or possessiveness was an issue? How did it affect your interactions with others and your feelings about the relationship? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Discussing these experiences can be incredibly validating and offers a way to find shared solutions and support. As we conclude this section, it's crucial to recognize the impact such behaviors can have on your sense of self and your ability to maintain a healthy social life. Next, we'll move into discussing how constant criticism within a relationship can undermine your self-esteem. Stay tuned and consider this. What changes could you make to foster healthier, more trusting relationships? Sign 11. Constant criticism. Can you recall a moment when criticism, rather than being constructive, felt like it was aimed to tear you down? This relentless negativity marks our final sign that it might be time to reconsider a relationship. Constant criticism. Imagine this scenario. You're excited about a new project at work, and you share your progress with a friend, hoping for encouragement. Instead of praise or constructive feedback, you're met with disparaging comments that question your capabilities and diminish your enthusiasm. This pattern isn't about helping you grow, it's about keeping you in a state of self-doubt. To visualize this, think of a visual metaphor, like a small tree constantly being pruned back, never allowed to grow tall. Every snip of the shears represents a critical comment that stunts growth, depicting how constant negativity can prevent personal and emotional development. Let's turn this into an interactive discussion. Have you ever felt belittled by constant criticism in a relationship? How did you handle these interactions, and what was the outcome? Share your experiences in the comments below. Engaging with others about these experiences can provide insights and strategies for handling similar situations. As we wrap up this section, consider the long-term effects of such negativity on your self-esteem and mental health. Remember, it's crucial to surround yourself with people who lift you up rather than bring you down. As we reach the end of our exploration into the 11 signs that it might be time to reassess and possibly end certain relationships, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've covered. From the erosion of your emotional well-being to the unmistakable feeling of being undervalued, each sign we've discussed is a vital indicator that demands your attention. Visualize these points as puzzle pieces, forming a complete picture of what healthy relationships should look like. As you consider these signs, think about the dynamics of your own relationships. Are there any pieces missing from your relational puzzle? Now, I invite you to participate by reflecting on how these signs might be present in your relationships. Which of these signs have you encountered, and how have you addressed them? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could provide great support and inspiration to others navigating similar challenges. Stay tuned for our next series, where we'll delve into strategies for addressing these issues and fostering healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Imagine stepping into healthier relational dynamics, equipped with the tools and understanding necessary to cultivate them. Thank you for joining this journey through the complex world of personal relationships. Remember, understanding and acknowledging these signs is the first step toward making positive changes. Here's to healthier, more supportive and enriching relationships in your life.